Hi everybody, Jack McGovern here. I'm here to make a video about top 10 worst movies that bomb at the box office. At number 10, Catwoman, only grossing $82 million on a $100 million budget. It was the biggest disappointment in 2004. It actually also had very little to do with Batman. The character was renamed Patience Phillips. At number 9, Highlander 2, The Quickening. This film only grossing $15 million on a budget of $34 million. It also has unrelated subplots related to it. It was actually so bad that they had to make him cuts, like director's cuts, to address the common complaints. Number 8, Battlefield Earth. The film only grossing $29 million on a $73 million budget. This film is often considered to be one of the worst films of all time. Number 7, Alone in the Dark. According to Rotten Tomatoes, it is the number 1 worst video game film, and it also only grossed $12 million on a $20 million budget. It's also the number 1 reason why Weebles hated. Number 6, The Avengers. No, not Marvel's The Avengers. This Avengers right here, only grossing $54 million on a $60 million budget. Number 5, Ishtar. This film was actually a notorious box office failure back in 1987, only grossing $14 million on a $51 million budget. Although, despite the film's panning by critics, critical reception has actually improved over the last few decades. Number 4, Ballistic X vs. Sever. This film made $50 million less than its budget, only grossing $20 million on a $70 million budget. Number 3, Geely. This film actually tanked harder than any other movie in 2003, only grossing $7.3 million on a budget of $54 to $75 million. And it also permanently killed the career of Martin Brest. Since then, he hasn't directed another movie. Number 2, Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2, only grossing $9 million on a $20 million budget. Number 1, Leonard Part 6. This film actually was so bad that Bill Cosby had actually encouraged people not to see it. It only grossed $4.5 million against a $24 million budget. And it was actually also so bad it was pulled from theaters. Anyways, those are some top 10 movies that bombed at the box office. Top 10 worst movies that bombed at the box office. If you feel like I missed anything, please comment down below, and I'll see how much they grossed. Bye.